What's up guys, JNO here and welcome to the West Ham World episode number 3. We are going to go into the Arsenal game today, which we did mention in the last episode. We may go on to the Euro Cup game as well in this episode, but we'll see how that goes. I have just got back from work because work decided to give me overtime. Thanks so much, work. And my wife is in the sitting room watching Hairspray or something like that, and I should probably spend some time with her before I'm going back to work again tomorrow. But enough about me. Let's see if we can get 15 likes. I think the first episode got over 15 likes, about 18 likes. So let's see if we can get over 15 likes for episode number 3. And let's have a look at how we have done since that game against FC Copenhagen. Okay, so the first game after you were last with us, we played Swansea at home and we won 1-0 with Lanzini scoring in the 50th minute. They did the usual. West Ham went and had 27 shots, 10 on target. Swansea had 7 with 3 on target, and somehow we only won 1-0. None of my team really performed amazingly apart from Sam Byram, who was consistently open on the right, managed to get an 8.3 with an assist. We then had a game against Northampton, and as you can see we did play a slightly weaker side, and again we won 1-0 with Angelo Palombo scoring in the 40th minute. We did have more shots, but look at that on target. We had 1 shot on target. Fortunately, it went in. But we were playing a weaker side. We gave Fernandez, Palombo, Karlstrom, Neufville, Oxford, and Adrian a run out in this game. So I'm happy we went through, but I'd have hoped my second string could have done a lot better than this. We then came up against Watford away, and I thought perhaps this is the time we get a good performance in. We dominated the early stages, scored in the 12th minute, Zaza coming in for Guidetti. 11 shots on target. I think we had that around half time-ish. And then the second half, Watford just absolutely dominated us. They did something with their tactics. They dominated us and managed to get a goal in the 78th minute, forcing us to accept a point from our road trip to Watford. Then we faced Borussia Mönchengladbach. And yeah, apart from the 2 goals from Nordfeldt, who's an unlikely scorer for us anyway, we were dominated in this game. 24 shots to our 10, 11 on target to our 6. We just were not good enough to keep up with Borussia Mönchengladbach. Hopefully when they come to the London Stadium it will be a little bit different than this, but we may get knocked out of the Euro Cup stages if we are struggling to compete with Borussia Mönchengladbach. And then finally the game I was considering putting on the channel for this episode, West Ham versus Man City at the London Stadium. That scoreline flatters us, to be fair. They had the same amount of shots on target, to be fair, but they dominated us all game. And Aguero consistently got behind our defence. Zaza did score a goal to make it a respectable scoreline, but we did get played off the park. Aguero, for some reason, 5.9 rating, did not have his shooting boots on. If he did, that scoreline could have been a lot worse. Okay, so today we are going into a game against Arsenal and we're playing against the 4-2-3-1. We have Lucas leading the line for them with Sanchez, Ozil and Ramsey sitting just behind them. Xhaka and Cazorla as the 2 midfielders in the pivot with Monreal, Bellerin, Koscielny and Mustafi with Cech in goal. I don't think we can really beat this side, if I'm honest, right now. Hopefully we can get a point out of this trip to the Emirates, but we are playing a 4-1-4-1 with Zaza leading the line, pay it out wide with Antonio the other side, Obiang and Lanzini in the midfield, Tufan as a defensive midfielder with Musaku and Byram as the fullbacks, with Riedewald and Okbona as the 2 central defenders. Jefferson is back from injury, which is good. Hopefully we can pick up something, but I'm not holding out hope, boys. The way my team have been performing and the way Arsenal have been performing, I don't think we are going to pick up a victory. We'll try and rally the troops though. See if we can get something from this. If we do get a point from this, I think this is literally the turnaround of my season. Because it's been a bit up and down so far. We're around mid-table, which is not ideal. We're 12th at the moment as this game kicks off. And hopefully the boys can put in a shift. And the first highlight, 1 minute 30 seconds in, goes straight to Arsenal. Not looking good already. Ozil just wide open, straight top corner. Straight away. Poor start by West Ham. First shot, first goal. Now, don't get me wrong, this is Arsenal, but I've been really underwhelmed with how this West Ham side has performed. And I've moaned about it already, but I saved over my save. And the initial run of this, my West Ham side looked really good in the actual friendlies. And I expected so much more this season. But the way this is going, we could concede again here. Cazorla picks out Ozil. It's just too simple. They've had 3 shots, 2 on target, 2 goals. The defence is just not stopping them at all. We've got so many men back there as well. I think 9 of our 10 outfield players are in that box, and we still cannot close down Ozil. Alright, Payet's going to win that ball though. Heads it onto Zaza. Zaza can hold up the play, get it to Payet. Payet inside to Obiang. Obiang to Lanzini. Lanzini to Antonio. Score! We needed that. That could have got us back in the game. We needed that shot to be a goal. Now Arsenal are countering. And despite the fact, oh there we go, Antonio has pressed Monreal and the highlight's over, which is disappointing. We aren't really matching them for shot supremacy. We're getting dominated possession wise, which isn't surprising. And we're letting someone like Xhaka just run at us. All of these things I'm trying now have worked before, and they're just really not working now. And there we go, a corner, it's headed out, Alexis is on the ball. Lucas has space out wide, they're just pinging it about for fun. This is an embarrassment of riches for Arsenal. They have choices everywhere. Who is on Bellerin? No one was marking Bellerin out wide at all. Have I got them playing narrow? Because they shouldn't be playing narrow. Should be pretty normal, in fact. Great. Lanzini just does not respect me at all. I've told him, look, we're underdogs, but the fans expect a certain amount of commitment. And Lanzini just switches off. And we can't save it. Saka's our worst performer so far. Are we sitting back too much? I put it at normal because I thought that at normal, if we went defensive line higher, they'd just get in behind us all the time. But maybe they're not trying to do that, so we're going to put it higher. I could be so completely wrong right now, but both of their goals seem to be us sitting back off of them. So the defensive line has gone higher, and I believe we still have closing down. Okay, we actually have a free kick, and Lanzini should pick it up here, play it back out wide to Payet. Payet can whip a ball in, or he can hit it smack bang against Lucas. Byron wins the header, but again, Arsenal just pick up the loose ball. We don't win the tackle in midfield, and Alexis is away. Our higher line, he gets in behind, chips it over the bar though. Thank God. Again, running behind with the cross. Jefferson, seriously, save some of these shots, please. They've only had 5 on target and they scored 3 of them. Alright, just a goal as consolation would be good now. As Byram gets the ball, puts it into Obiang, Obiang to Payet. Payet tries to find the ball, and again, now Bellerin with pace. Just seems to be nothing that I can get my guys to do that will stop this. Or make a substitution, because there must be some very poor performers right now. Byram has taken over from Musaka as the worst performer on the side. We'll change our striker. Hopefully Calorie can come on and make a name for himself and just get a consolation. But it's hard to get hyped up about a team's performance that is this helpless. This seems really, really helpless. This is about as helpless as I felt when I turned up to work and realised my boss had given me 3 hours overtime without asking me. Again, there we should be making a challenge Instead, we're just sitting there waiting, and Lucas runs in behind and has an easy chance on goal. But at least this kind of proves one thing. You can tell that I'm clearly not fudging any results or cheating when I'm offline, because this has been shocking. And my team's performance over the last couple of weeks has been shocking. And I'm trying my best to fix it, but clearly looks like a mid-table season this season. That being said, Arsenal are second. Arsenal are a good side. I think I'm going to have to play another game just to try and cheer myself up. I can't be just doing an episode and losing 3-0 and then going, see you later, guys. So we will go on to the Hearts game. I believe it's away, but it may be at home. We'll have a quick look. I pressed completely the wrong option, which is not going to help because I was thinking about the next match. I'm very happy with the effort. Why on earth would I ever say that? Alright, I'm not happy with your finishing fired up thingy. I'm not happy with playmaking efforts. Okay, we've saved a few of these. Oh. How to ruin West Ham. That's what this series should be called. And again, that light decides to shine on me again, calling me up to the heavens, saying, give up, JNO, this is not going to work for you. Anyway, we've got a home game against Hearts at the London Stadium coming up next. Hopefully we can have a much better performance. Okay guys, so we're going into the game at the London Stadium against Hearts, playing up against a 4-4-1-1. Don't know too many of those Hearts players, if I'm honest. We're going back to our 4-3-3. Maybe I'm chopping and changing the formations too much, which may be affecting the performance. You can see it's a weaker side than usual. Very familiar names there, but Arbeloa is now right back. Nerfville is on the left. Oxford is coming in as a central defender. We've got Noble coming back inside. Palombo on the right of him. Chiarte on the left. And Zine and Ayew are our two inside forwards, with Guidetti coming in up front again. But he will get subbed off for Calorie if he doesn't put in the shift. Hopefully, the fact that I'm playing a weaker side won't affect the result of this too much. We are the favourites, so I want to win. Hopefully I can do a lot better in the team talks this time. Now let's see my tactic actually work the way I want it to. That would be really nice. Surprising, but nice. Right, we've got Palombo on the ball, finds Ayew. Ayew has a shot. Well, so in Europe, at home, we can do whatever we seem to want to do. 25 seconds in and we have scored. I'm happy. I am, honestly. I'm just a bit deflated with our Premier League performance, but their keeper should have done better there. But great start to the game. Less than 20 seconds and we'd scored. Should see us coming through second. I know I should know this already, but I can't remember if second place goes through in the Euro Cup or not. Hopefully we can beat BMG, Borussia Mönchengladbach away, which would hopefully see us on equal points, and then we might be able to win the group. Maybe I should just stick with the 4-3-3 for a while and wait and see how that does over time until it's fully learned by the side and they're comfortable playing it. Because maybe me chopping and changing it is affecting how well they put my system into practice. Noble has picked up a yellow card, joining Reece Oxford in the referee's book. Last thing we want is a player sent off, so those two may come off just because of those yellow cards. The game has gone very quiet since that. May have to put these games back onto extended. Please don't. Wow. Jefferson, please save some shots. They've just hit the post. Now they've got another chance. They've only had 4 shots, 2 on target. Make that 5 shots, 3 on target, 1 goal. My defence is so bad. And Jefferson doesn't seem to save anything. As you can tell, I'm not very happy. We're dominating possession as well. Absolutely crushing it on possession. Tell the team the performance was disappointing. Yes, don't worry, that sounds like a good plan to me. That has motivated them all a bit. Again, My £10 million striker seems to be a £10 million waste of money. I had visions of building a dynasty here at West Ham with the new stadium. Maybe Football Manager has put into effect that whole new stadium vibe that seems to have affected West Ham in real life as well. Okay, Noble actually managed to block the ball there, but again, Hearts have just played it straight over the top. Thank God Johnson cannot finish. I feel like they've had more highlights even though we've had more shots. And this is feeling a bit like the Watford game where we started off well, but now we are getting dominated. Seriously, we're just sitting off of them. They're meant to be closing them down. This is painful to watch. Why are they finding it so easy to build an attack? Finally, we win the ball. Arbeloa plays it to Guidetti. Guidetti plays it out wide to Ayew. Ayew, can he get a cross in? Finds the back post, Lanzini, and it's 2-1. Out of nowhere, because they seem to be controlling that whole highlight. We win the ball. Arbeloa plays it inside. We counter. The light shines on me because the tactic worked. And then Lanzini managed to get there at the back post. Lanzini doing what he usually does, which is performing, and then I'll give him a team talk. And he'll look at me like, oh, shut up, you stupid manager. Now, hopefully we can rock on with this. Palumbo now plays it out to Ayew. Ayew to Chiarte. Chiarte to Lanzini. Lanzini shoots. What a goal by Lanzini. Why do I drop him? Why do I ever not play him? He needs to be in the team every single game, the way he's currently playing. Ayew has been pretty good this game as well, but look at this, Lanzini cuts inside and then curls one into the far corner. Keeper probably should have done better, but we'll let him off. We'll let him off because it's benefited us. But guess what? My star signing, my star striker signing, is doing jack Alright, we said we'd take off yellow card, people. I think the worst one to lose would be Oxford. So on comes Agbonna, and on comes Calorie. Alright, do the job, boys. Do the job for me, please. See out this game. Another Lanzini goal would be nice, a Lanzini hat-trick. Pretty safe to say Hearts and FC Copenhagen can't really compete with us and Borussia Gladbach. Don't say that now. Why would I say that when they go and get a chance? Jefferson, palming it across your goal. Jefferson's on a 7.1. Nothing I've seen has Jefferson at a 7.1. Maybe Lanzini and Ayew need to be the inside forwards. Do I have to find a new position for Dimitri Payet? Do I move Dimitri Payet on? Not even put him in the starting lineup? I mean, the last game I won convincingly, I didn't play Payet either. Is Payet the bad apple? The curse? The cloud hanging over our heads? Right, Nerfville running down the line, whips in across. Was that Calorie? No, it's an own goal by Douglas. Of course it's not one of my strikers scoring, that would be a bit too much for our score. Nerfville though, running down that line, whips in a ball. Think that might be Lanzini that's there. No, I think it's Calorie. Would have been nice if Calorie had got the final touch. But there you go, we've wrapped up this game. We're going to win 4-1, it might be 4-2, it might be 5-1. But either way, much better performance against, again, what is a weaker side than Premiership teams. So I could get very excited, but my league positioning kind of has me in a bad mood. So it's pretty safe to say that Lanzini and Ayew were our star men in that game. Good win, boys. Everyone is happy. Lanzini comes out of that game with 1 key pass and 9 average rating, 2 goals. Great game by Lanzini, who I have to say now just deserves to stick with that inside forward position if we're playing the 4-3-3. We have plenty of Euro Cup games to go, and the Premiership gets a bit tricky for us. We have Chelsea and Liverpool as our next two fixtures in the Premier League. I don't fancy losing on YouTube again in the Premier League, so we might wait until this Middlesbrough-Leicester combo. Then I can tell you how I did against the big teams, and then hopefully pick up some wins and climb that table. So we'll come back with a home game against Middlesbrough in November, and hopefully pick up some victories. Anyway guys, thank you so much for tuning in as always. If you've enjoyed the episode, make sure to subscribe if you're new, smash that thumbs up button, check out all my social media links and the Patreon site where you can support me from $1 a month, and also in the links in the description there are various other ways you can support me, so go ahead and check that out. I've been JNO, you guys have been awesome, and remember, it's all about the game.